And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's got Allen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. It's caught. Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Crunch time, defense.
All 52.
Allen now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Allen going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
First down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Allen's got it complete. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
56. Mike.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
On the set. Mike, 56. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Murray now on first down. Caught by Allen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Dolphins first down.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On first down, Lindsey down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down and 4, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started.
Mike, 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On second down, it's Grant. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
218, chop it.
Here's Allen on first and 10. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. They will run with Grant. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's get it together, team.
Murray now on 1st down. He completes it to Jones. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Miami.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Grant, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, he's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Murray. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Go. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got it.
Well, again, they'll throw with Murray. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Grant. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Murray now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Keep playing hard.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
Allen hit. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. back, a fumble recovery, and take it to the house for a Miami touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check 9, check 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. I got you.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 29, Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, 5'7". You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Jets have just scored, so they've taken the lead in that ball game. Sam Darnold with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Back. Check.
On first down, it's Lindsey down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This complete to Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
56, the mark, boy. 56, go. 56. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Here we go.
On first down, Allen. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen throwing again. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Allen now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Allen's throw is complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Allen now on first down. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Another run by Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going with Lindsey. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Josh Oliver. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Go. Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Colby Listenby. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
56. Check 31.
They're going to try and run. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Come on, fellas.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Dolphins, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.